welcome Scorpio to your mid-month reading for September. I hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you, going on with your energies at the mid-month. Hope September has been treating you all well, getting ready for that lunar eclipse. So, which is going to be in Pisces on the 17th or 18th, depending on where you are within the hemisphere. Let's see. Best message coming out. Now, this Pisces full moon / partial lunar eclipse has been affecting the water signs, I've noticed, within the reading. So we'll see how it's going to start affecting you, since it is during this mid-month. That's mostly on an emotional basis, right? Seems to be kind of a trigger. So, but let's see. Best message for beautiful Scorpions. Heart chakra coming out. Having your heart open, but there is a little mental conflict going around, right? A little imbalance, a little confusion. This card is talking about the confusion. There's something going on. I'm keeping my heart open. I might be, it's almost like, maintaining balance by prioritizing your health, your well-being, your love. Really trying to keep that compassion, though, open, even though you are feeling a little confused, a little scattered, right, within mental thought, trying to figure this out. Somebody has you in this situation, or whatever the situation is. We're going to dig deep here and see what's going on. Why is this mental conflict here? For the fulfillment of wishes. But trying to keep your intuition alive over here. Which, like I said, it doesn't really surprise me, because it does feel like your emotions, right, for all water signs, is going to be heavy. Going to be a bit heavier at the mid-month, and it's also going to spark open that intuition. So I am seeing a lot of intuitiveness when it comes to water in general. Okay, so definitely feeling very intuitive. You can really trust your instincts at this time. Okay, but you also might be feeling, a little over vulnerable. Vulnerability is good, but over vulnerable can put us in this place of like, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. Seeking the truth within the situation, really balancing out for the new opportunities, really cutting out those things that you don't feel balanced with. So there definitely could be something very meaningful to you when it comes to the fulfillment of wishes, but you're trying to get the clarity with the Ace of Wands over here of what I'm going to do about this situation. How am I going to get to this Nine of Cups, right? Really pushing out the passion with the Lovers. So whether it is a love situation or what you truly love and are passionate about, it could be a hobby, a job, a person, right? But this is where it says your prosperity begins. You have two aces here. So it's really finding the truth within the situation to really get down to this stability. I love the Ace of Pentacles because it's a stable opportunity. It's something that stays, it grows. And really wanting that positive change. Something that's going to lead the way to a new beginning. Taking on the Fool card. So really wanting to make this leap of faith. So whatever's going on over here, it's like, well, I'm in my head about this situation, right? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I feel like I'm kind of at this crossroads of where I'm going, how I want to do this, but I know that there's this new opportunity that I'm really strongly bonding myself to. Whether it's, fixing a relationship, bringing in a new relationship, or just a career. Okay, use your discernment, you know which one it is. Unless if I see a lot of love, I'm going to bring that up no matter what. there's definitely something that's leading you to something more meaningful for sure. And that's that Nine of Cups. Yeah, you could be having a lot of nostalgia, a lot of remembering, a lot of, just kind of reminiscing, thinking about situations. Maybe you're even thinking about how wonderful it would be to have, right? A lot of memories to have this situation, to fix the situation, or reminiscing about having this relationship bond itself. If you're in a relationship that you want to fix, you could be thinking about how wonderful it used to be or what we used to do, something of this nature. Okay, so there's a lot of dreaming, a lot of thinking. On the intuition, your intuition is where it's getting stronger, where you're figuring things out, where you feel like you're in more control about the situation. Okay. The Four of Cups to the triumph and success. There's definitely some kind of reevaluation that you're getting towards. You might have felt bored within a situation, and you might feel like, for my Nine of Cups, maybe I thought it was going to go this way, but then I end up boring myself. So maybe I want to go back and reiterate that, reevaluate that, fix that. Kind of like even if you have like a YouTube channel itself. I know a lot of you are YouTubers. You could say, my channel isn't growing as much. Maybe I need to go back and reevaluate it. Maybe I'm bored with it. Maybe I need to fix something to bring that passion back for myself. Maybe I'm just getting bored with the same topics over and over again, right? Something I need to fix something up. Maybe you're bored within your relationship and you need that spark, right? And if it's a romantic relationship, maybe you're bored. Maybe you need, I don't know, new lingerie or something, whatever, right? Spice it up, right? It's just kind of right? But I remember when it was spicy, it was hot, right? So there could be that as well. But there's going to be a lot of meditation, I do feel like, for a lot of you, right? Because you do feel a little disconnected from this, but you really want this. But it's just kind of, and it could even be the job that you're in. When you started a job, maybe, 2 years ago, you were very excited, I got my own desk, I got this, I got that, but then something may start, it's like the same day in, day out scenario. So you might be looking for a new job, okay? Because this could be something that you feel like maybe it's not moving in the right direction. I remember when I was so happy here, but now it's just boring. Like it's just the same paperwork, nothing ever happens, the same day in, day out. I lost my passion, but I still have the passion, right, for this type of work, just not what they're giving me. You see what I'm saying? So it could definitely be that as well. So it might feel like you need to move to the next level. Okay. Prosperity begins with the Four of Wands. Yeah, it's like you're at the, for a lot of you feel like you're kind of at this spot where it's like right at the finish line for this new beginning. But I need something. I need something to push that happiness, that celebration, that love, you know what I'm saying? I need something. I need some fire. There needs to be more passion. It puts you in a low energy and some raw emotion. There goes that emotion, though, right? Because, like I said, that lunar eclipse could, that full moon bringing in that raw emotion, you know, that Pisces is very strong. And, like I said, especially towards the water signs, not just Pisces themselves, but water, because water is fluid, right? So it wants to push that energy around. So you could be feeling a little low energy and having a lot of raw emotion and really feeling kind of a struggle within that. But it's that inner struggle, right? Because it's that inner struggle of where is this, right? Where is this? Where is this leading? Because I know what I love and I know what I want, but I'm just waiting. Guys might even be waiting on new love. You might know that the energy of you and this other person are not working out, and maybe you're waiting. Maybe you're waiting for Mr. or Mrs., Prince Charming, Princess Charming, uh, Mr. or Mrs. Charming itself, right? This knight in shining armor. Um, Maybe it's been a while since you've had love, and maybe you're just really, passionate about finding that's like, I want to have this. I remember having that kind of love, and I want that kind of love. I'm ready. I'm asking the universe, I'm ready to surrender, and you know what? Push that out there. Let's see what's going on here. There has been some stagnation. You might have had some kind of resistance to change there for a while. Maybe you assumed that, you know what, I'm not going to change. Maybe it'll change around me. So maybe you were holding on to something that was boring. Maybe you're waiting for this big shift, um, waiting for it to shift around. That's what it feels like, because it's the death card in reverse. So it's saying, I'm waiting for this to shift around me. So I really wasn't changing. I really wasn't changing a whole lot, right? You were just kind of stagnantly just being there waiting, right? Waiting for someone to change, waiting for Prince Charming to come in, waiting for the job to get better, praying that this would hit where it needs to hit. Some of you have a twin flame coming in. Sorry, I just have to say that. I don't say that very often, but for some reason I am feeling this. Or a very deep, connected soulmate. But, or waiting for the marriage to get better, not be so stagnant, right? Needing that flame. Um, but it's pretty much saying, well, right, to have the change, you have to change. You have to take a personal transformation to get the change, right? So the universe is kind of saying with this death card that it's not that type of change, right? It's like you're holding on without changing. Some of you might have Taurus in your chart as rising. Being I am Taurus, and but you being my sister sign right across from me. Yeah, we do both get a little stubborn, and we both don't really. Well, Scorpions don't always like change. Um, right? So they were kind of fit the fence set a little bit, kind of just waiting, right? Taurus does the same thing, not always on the move. And when we do, right, it's right, guys, it's kind of the gradual change, the gradual step. My best friend is Scorpio. I've been her best friend for almost 40 years. She is exactly a fence setter, and she is Taurus rising, which is crazy. Um, so yeah, we're kind of like right together, not night and day at all in that area. Now she can fence set a little bit, worse than me, but she's hilarious, because I used to always tell her, guys, I'm gonna tell you a story real fast because it's the most hilarious. You guys being Scorpio will get this. I told her, you're the type of person that's gonna be late to your wedding. She says, oh my gosh, we're in high school. She used to always make me wait, right? She'd be crimping her hair, and I'll be like, oh my God, hurry up, And because I got that Leo in me, I gotta go, right? I got that Leo rising. And then I tell her, oh my God, you're the type of person to be late to your funeral, Well, I want you guys to know the most ridiculous, funniest thing about me always telling her she was going to be late to her funeral, late to her wedding. She was actually late to her wedding by almost like 40 minutes, okay? And I just want you to know that if she is watching this, she'd be like, thanks for telling the world. But she would never deny that, because she got lost somehow. I don't know how she did that, but she was late. Literally, the priest was really upset about the situation. I was laughing my ass off, because I was just like, I told you. You got lost on your wedding day, and then at your funeral, your casket's going to fall out of the car or something. I don't know, on the freeway. I don't know. Somehow or another, you're going to be late to your funeral. But hilarious, though, no matter what, right? She really was. She was literally late. Well, it wasn't that late until we got lost. Well, that's wonderful. So you would have been 15 minutes late instead of 40 minutes late. Crack me up. I even told my husband, you gotta be kidding me. And he's like, I can't believe you said that all through high school. I did. There's no denying that. So the whole point is that yes, you guys are waiting for this to turn around, and you're fence setting it, saying, well, I'll get there, right? I'm gonna get there. Um, but it's like you're waiting for this huge moment, you know. But literally, it's saying, but wait, you can't do that because for the personal transformation that you're looking for, you actually are going to have to take some action. You can't fence it. You can't be that slow, right? You have to actually, you're going to actually have to push it a little, right? Don't be late. Yeah. Right. So use that extra creativity at this time. Don't allow yourself to get so in your head that you end up not taking the action where action is needed. Because it does feel like you're kind of in this kind of disconnected place, not sure where you're going to put in all of the the needed effort is what it looks like. So I do feel like you are at a crossroads right now, but I do feel like your intuition is going to come in and bust you and really literally bust, like boom, bust you open, burst you open. However, with this idea of how you're going to move to make you actually want to move with strength because of the emperor. See, that's what's so cool about this. So it's kind of like I've been lingering around, I want things to happen, but it's not, But now it's cool though. Now it's super cool because now you're saying, oh, wait, I got this great idea. Aha, great idea. I heard this news, or this person's coming to me, or I had this fabulous idea because my intuition is so spot on right now that I'm definitely moving into the emperor mode. Now you guys are going to take those reins, take that power. You could even be getting this idea from a Gemini, from an Aries, right? Maybe even a Taurus. However, this is an Aries Taurus card to me because I do cusp readings and it does do both. So, but absolutely, guys, absolutely, right? So you're saying over here, it's like, okay, well, this is where the contract comes in, or you're going to see this new negotiation or whatever, but you're going to feel very restless about this. This is where you're actually going to like it sparks your attention. That's what Scorpio needs, though. You guys need something. This is a beautiful Scorpion card, right? So it's saying instead of resisting to the change, because of confusion and oh, I'm just going to sit here for now until I can figure out what's coming towards me. It's kind of crazy because once you take that little bit of action, you're definitely going to spark this new idea, whether this is an action of you getting some kind of news from some, moving towards someone to talk to someone about this, or seeing something or Googling something. You see what I'm saying? But no matter what, it's action on your part, right? It could just literally be out somewhere and actually just speaking to someone. Oh, you know what? I got this, blah, 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 right? And then you're like, aha. So all of a sudden it gives you this restless energy, which is great too, because that's going to also come around that 17th, 18th, around that lunar eclipse. And of course, that's some crazy ass energy anyways, right? It gets everybody all crazy. And it's a huge portal for manifesting, praying, getting stuff together, and rewards and all that great stuff. But it definitely is saying though that's where the knowledge is. That's what's going to get you moving even more so. So it says go ahead and take the action where the action is needed, so that you can be in the spotlight. You're going to all of a sudden feel like you're shining. You're going to feel this energy pumping through you because this is where all of a sudden you're going to have this. Oh my gosh. It's going to renew the energy where the energy had felt so stagnant about the situation. It's kind of a crazy thing, though, for you Scorpions, because it's going to be like, I want this progress. I have this passion for this, right? But I'm confused on which way to go. So I'm just going to sit. If it's a love relationship, your partner could be an Aries or a Gemini or whatever. And they may come to you and say, hey, I'm going to buy you some lingerie or whatever. Right? Keep it kinky. Right. And then you're like, that would be great. We can try this. And who knows, to spark that love back up. We can go out on dinner night. I got plans for this and that. Right. And boom, it all changes. No matter what's going on within the situation, with this situation for your passion is, my friends, okay, literally what it's saying is one little piece of action changes this whole reading around into the new beginning. That is what's so crazy. You won't even, you know what's even more crazy is it's kind of on a, it's kind of like on the like the undertone of things, meaning it comes up so nonchalantly that you're just like, yeah, da 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 da, and then it just sparks. So it's like this action that you didn't realize was actually going to do something, even if it's just you and your spouse, like, let's go out to dinner and blah, blah, right? You'd be surprised how much that difference makes this stagnation and this boredom go away. And growing from one type of restlessness to a different kind of restlessness. This restlessness over here is saying I'm fighting within myself because I know I really want something. I really want something to happen, right? And so I'm feeling kind of restless because I don't know what to do. This over here is a restless stuff. Let's go. Come on. Let's get this done. You see what I'm saying? Like, boom. My Libra Scorpio is going to go crazy over this reading, right, guys? I know they're watching. Why? Because that energy of that Page of Swords coming out, and that this is a Libra Gemini card, and they're going to just, you guys as cross watchers over here watching that, you guys are going to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because that's what they're waiting for. So I try to iterate, some of them as well when I do see it. Yeah, because over here it's almost like the dim sun. My sun is dim. I don't see anything. It's cloudy. There's setbacks, delays. I'm bored. And then boom, but it's right on top of that star. So it's saying where the sun is dim, the star then shines. Remember, the sun is a star. So what it's saying is this is dim. Boom. Limelight. Absolutely. For the Ten of Pentacles. Domestic happiness. Making more money. Whatever it is that you want. Because this is the contribution that you started therefore making for that security, that wealth, that home, that attainment, that happiness. To bring in the what? Nine of Cups. Right? So now you're back on track. You're going to feel like you're back on track with what you need. It's just that little inch, that little bit of looking out that gets you back on track. Put you right back where I started. This is where I needed to be. I feel like I'm back on path. Because I needed something to pump that up. I know what I want, but I know that there's something, it's either I have to fix this, I need to make it bigger and better. Yeah. So it's going to balance out for sure. Okay, so there's definitely this balancing out. It's going to feel fair. You're going to be very happy about the situation because you're going to feel like you're giving back to yourself. Where it was like kind of taken away and unfair, the balances weren't, the scales, were not balanced. Now you're going to feel like, aha, I can get my passion back from the situation. Yep, there's the passion coming in. So maybe you were dealing with an Aries. Wanting this love of this Aries, and some of you have an Aries coming in. If you know you're ready for this passion and you're out, talking and having coffee at Starbucks, it was just that one day, I just decided to go to coffee. I just decided I wanted Starbucks today. I don't ever really have Starbucks. Boom. You ran right into this person. It's like it was meant to be, like that's where you're supposed to be. It could be a Cancer, it could be another Scorpio, it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aries, it could be a Taurus. Yeah, no matter what, because no matter what the situation is, you put in a lot of hard work and you're really focused on this situation, but you're just trying to find the positive potentials through this situation. But it just feels like right now, the confusion is not allowing for the positive potentials, opportunities. But you will find it. I'm telling you, you just need to move. one little move. Because one little move makes a shift. And it's going to be the weirdest little move because it's going to be a move that you're not going to see coming. It's going to be something weird. Like, I got to go to Home Depot to get a hammer. I don't even like going to the lumber yard places to get a hammer. You know, I just have to fix this nail. All of a sudden you run into Prince Charming. Or maybe Princess Charming. Maybe she works there, right? Okay, so, you know, and like I said, it could just be the weirdest place. Like, I don't eat at McDonald's, but then all of a sudden I'm there, and bam, there he is, ordering a milkshake. I like their milkshakes. Because it does feel like that. Or so you're going to run into somebody, and they're talking about something you know about, and you'll be like, what are you talking about? Boom. Inspiration. Ooh, you guys got some cool cards coming out. You got 28 collaborative dreaming. Watch your dreams. Oh, because your intuition is so high right now that you could even be having a lot of dream prophecy type things going on. Okay, prophetic dreams. As Spirit is trying to maneuver you into certain areas to take this action or to give you the answer that you're looking for. Because like I said, some of the answers, guys, doesn't even mean you have to run into somebody. It could be from your own higher self. So it could be from dreams. So watch that. Right? It could be your intuition sparking on and be like, why did I think about that? Right? Write it down. Okay. And then the other one is legacy of light. And that's your higher self coming out. And this is also about ancestors coming and giving you the vision. See the ancestors coming through. It's the legacy of this is where you're supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Wow. Wow. That is amazing. Those are great cards. Actually, I want to look up one though. You know, it's cool because the legacy of light is the first is what the book is made of, right? So that's like really cool. But let's see, that's number 7. What does it say here? Just give us a little thing here. It says the oracle of legacy of light comes to you when you need confirmation that a creative choice you are making or have or soon will make is one of the that is in alignment with your sacred purpose and spiritual path of healing and growth. The legacy of light cannot be ignored without some detriment to your sense of well-being. If you're asking about a particular question and drew this card, then part of the answer to your question is that the issue at hand is one of the utmost importance to your spiritual growth, even if it seemed like a relatively insignificant question. That goes to the whole reading. Like, these cards are crazy today because I've done like 4 readings and I've used them like 3 times and it's like, okay, these are blowing my mind over here. They're so relevant. The energy around this matter is relevant to your sacred birthright to shine. Perhaps you need to trust more to know that all is well, no matter what appears to be, and to ask for help and believe that you deserve to receive it. Wow, there's so much cool stuff in here. I could sit over here. I would read the whole thing, but it's like 3 pages. I mean, this thing goes on forever, so I can't do that. But boy, I tell you, if we really got into this, just this whole page right here, it's pretty mind-blowing because it really does resonate with this whole reading. That's crazy. Let's look at the collaborative dreaming, though. I never tried to do that because, I mean, it's just bore people to death, right? But after a while. So this one's saying over here, you're being asked to honor your growing desire to co-create with conscious, like-minded people. Your collaborative dreaming is a heart-inspired win-win, bringing mutual enhancement to yourself and others. The heart wants to love and be loved. Working with others creatively is a way to allow your heart to grow. You have the heart right here. And it already says you already have your heart chakra. You're already compassionate. You already got your heart open. You're just confused about which direction and where am I going and why is this passion not coming through. We totally get it. It is a chance for you to learn how to honor yourself and others and to find ways to live and let live. Simply by growing and strengthening your active trust in your heart's guidance. This one right here is really interesting though too. I do want to bring this up really fast because this is for the near future scenario, which is talking about this person coming in, right, and bringing in the Star and the Ten of Pentacles, right, because that's where you're going. That's where it's moving to towards the end of the month to the beginning of the month of October, right? That's the kind of outcome of where the shift is going. And right here is very interesting because it says with this card here, it says you're going through this experience or will be in the near future because you are a part of a new creative learning program for humanity. This learning program is taking place as a spiritual level and it requires highly individualistic and creative people to learn to work with each other without compromising who they are in order to reach that common creative goal. Now, that's very interesting in some ways because if you can see it, it's also just learning to program yourself, right, for yourself and for a partner, right, as well as humanity, right, depending on what you're doing, right? So I think that that's very interesting. So it's like tell yourself to be flexible and to bend when you need to bend, and that's exactly what that's kind of saying. It's like, okay, well, if I'm stagnant and I'm not bending and I'm not moving, now Spirit's saying it is time to move, it's time to bend, it's time to go because you have this purpose, you have this is the purpose, my friends. Life purpose. So whatever you're doing, it's moving you, but you had the Chariot that said this is your life purpose. That's why I said it's putting you back on the purpose path in the right direction of where you're supposed to be going for your higher self and for your own self. Not just your higher self, but just the way you feel, right, on this journey called life, right? So it's a kind of a collaboration of both. That's why I said watch your dreams because your higher self could definitely be like, hey, I have this message for you. Okay. So very cool reading, guys. Until next time, peace and love. Bye.